Hello, I'm Tracy Sweek and I work in the Department of Collection Care, and I'm working here in the museum as a conservator for stone wall paintings and mosaics. So I'm just going to talk today a little bit about a small project that I'm working on with a curator in the Egyptian department called Elizabeth O'Connell. And we're looking at these 5 pieces of marble that have come from Adulis in Eritrea. They've come in because they were so begrimed, but also because they might possibly be part of a future exhibition for the Silk Road. So the 5 objects I have in are all architectural elements. As I said, they're from Eritrea. They are all made from marble. And one of the interesting aspects of these pieces was the fact that they were all as dirty as this small section you can still see on this fragment that's got a cross. So all of the pieces that we have on the desk, the capital, this crucifix, this small fragment, and our screen post, which is here, were all as blackened as this piece here. The pieces we know were registered in 1863-68. So we know these are pieces that have been in the museum for a long, long time. And one of the reasons they are so blackened is, and I do know this, is that it's a pollutant. And what we also know is that London in the Industrial Revolution and post that with smogs and also the internal oil-fed heating system has caused the loss of this blackening to the surface of these objects. We know that because the technique for removing the pollutant is to use a poultice. And a poultice is literally something that's like what you would apply to your own face to remove the impurities from your face. So it's like a face mask. With this piece, I would apply what we call interleaf tissue, which is similar to Japanese tissue, but it's not quite so expensive. And we lay that on the surface, and I can give you a tiny little demonstration. So we would slightly pre-wet the surface of the area that we're going to do, and we lay the tissue onto it, applying water. And what we're doing by that is ensuring that the tissue is in contact with the whole surface. Now, what we know is if you don't apply a poultice completely to the whole surface, you can get these little islands of where it doesn't clean because it creates an air pocket. So one of the things when we're doing this is by wetting the surface, it means the paper is in contact and is touching all the surface. So after the application of the tissue, we then apply our poultice, and our poultices here are called laponite, and it's just basically a synthetic poultice, or what they used to use in the past was clay, because clay has the same, and it's a magnesium silicate. But this is just a nice synthetic type because it's clear and we can see what's going on. So we just apply this to the whole area, ensuring that all of the tissue is covered. And it doesn't have to be particularly thick. It's like 3 mil thick. And we don't have to go over the whole part. We just work to areas. And then once we're happy that's all on, just remove that little air pocket there. We then leave this gel for a period of it can vary between 15 minutes, half an hour to an hour. We cover it with cling film, and the cling film's purpose is really to slow down the evaporation so that the poultice stays longer on the surface. And then once the poultice, we're ready to take it off, we peel the whole poultice back with the tissue and the cling film. And after a period of time, this is what it does. So you can see the pollutant has been drawn to the surface of the stone, but also into the poultice. So we would still have some of this black residue on the surface of the stone. And then what we do is we can wipe that off, but also to neutralize the surface so that all residues of the poultice are removed, we use the steam cleaner, and we just carefully take that over the surface, mop as we go, and then we end up with this beautifully cleaned piece of marble. So now, from seeing something that has no semblance to marble, we have this. And what's good in this project is that we're being able to look at the the marbles that have come from this area to see if they are of the same quarry or the same type, which we couldn't do before because all we could see were blackened stones. And that goes for all of these objects. We have the little capital and then the screen post. Screen post was the first piece to be trialled with this. And when we start this, we don't just go blanket over the whole surface. We try a small patch and see how it works. And that gives us an idea of how long we need to leave it on for and whether it works or not. Because some poultices, they don't always work. It's just, it works very well on sulfated and pollutants.